Okay, I have to tell y'all the craziest thing. Okay. So, sorry, I've turned the fan on. I'm so hot. 20 plus years ago. Now, actually, make that 30 plus years ago. I just realized I'm so old. My best friend and I used to watch. So I've got mud on my hands and anyway. My best friend and I, we used to watch this channel. I guess on cable. It had been on cable, called The Box, and it was a place where you could request music videos, and I think you had to pay. I can't remember. But you would call the number, and then request your music video. So it was almost all rap and that kind of music. So we never called that I remember, but or maybe we did, but there was this one song, and it used to we used to love it. We loved almost all the music that came on, H-Town and all the good 90s rap, Now I listen to it and I'm like, ooh. Anyway, so the 90s rap. But there was this one song that would come on. It was a white guy. He had the blonde curly hair, and it was like a one-hit wonder. And over the years, I have tried to remember who he is, what the song was. I just couldn't remember. I only had visuals of the music video in my head and kind of what the guy looked like. So I have searched and searched. I've Googled. I could not find who this person was, so I would give up. And then every once in a while it would come back around and I would need to do it again. So yesterday my husband and I were like, we're going to go on a drive and go to the rich areas and look at the houses. Because we do that once in a while. We don't dream of having a giant house. We dream of having a giant property. So the further out you go here in DFW, the bigger the properties get. Like land is what I'm talking about. So he puts his phone on, and 99% of the time he's listening to Christian music, but rap music comes on. 90s rap. So we're like, okay, we're just jamming out a little bit, and we're like, oh, these lyrics are so terrible, blah, blah, blah. And I said, man, I wish I could just remember that white rapper guy that we used to listen to on The Box when I was a teenager. I mean, I was 16, 17. So, I was 16 actually, because when I was 17, my friend moved away. So I was 16. So finally yesterday, I was like, I'm going to Google it again. And then I'm watching on my window because I'm expecting my daughter anytime. Well, they're on the way, so I don't know when they're going to get here. But so I'm Googling and there's nothing coming up. So I said, I'm going to try ChatGPT. I try not to use ChatGPT just because it takes a lot of energy to use AI, and not my energy, but just energy to use AI, and it's not right a lot. And so I was like, but I'm going to try it. So I put it in. It put a picture of a woman who has the same name, but it did pull up the correct person. It pulled up a rapper named Jesse James. He said recently, I saw a video of him yesterday after I found him. He said, please don't Google it. But I already had the info. So it was Jesse, Jaymes, not with no Y. Don't Google the other one. I was like, that sounds actually familiar. So I took the name and I put it in, and oh my word, it was him. After all this time, I was freaking out. I told my husband. He looked over at me. He was driving, and I was like, no. I just was like, no, there's no way. So I looked him up, and I was like, holy moly, this is him. I can't believe it. So I put the song on the radio, and it started playing. It's called White Girl. No, it's called Shake It. It's called Shake It. and then in parentheses, like a white girl, which I think my best friend and I probably liked it because we were two white girls who hung out with all black people, and we were like the white girls, at school, and they called us nicknames that were white, not cracker or something terrible. No, just other names. Anyway, so I started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And then I was like, this song is on the movie White Chicks. Hello? It's on White Chicks. And it did never occur to me that was the song that we listened to growing up. It's on the part of White Chicks where they're where the boys are turning into white ladies, and they play the song. I was like, how is this? Did it not register in my head? And I think I told my husband, I was like, I think I recognized it, but it just didn't click that it was that. I didn't even know it was Jesse James singing that song. It's just the funny things our memories will hold on to. So we're listening to the song, and this is me the whole time, like, I can't believe that. So I looked this guy up. He was a one-hit wonder. He said he totally failed at rap, except for that one song. So then he decided to start writing songs for other people, and those songs actually sold. He sold a ton of music, and he's also a millionaire. He came up with the company Marquis Jet, and he sold that to Bill Gates. And he's super a successful guy. I was like, I cannot believe this. I'm just shook. He also doesn't go by that name anymore. He goes by Jesse Itzer, I think is how you say it. That's his real name. So, yeah, my mind is blown. That is the second song from my childhood that I couldn't remember what the song was, who sang it, all that stuff. So, what is this? I just got a charge that I don't recognize. $64 on Apple. I better find out what that is. The heck? Anyway, wow. I really don't know what that is. Anyway, so that's two songs. The other song, it took me just as long practically to figure it out. Not really. It took me about 10. I found it about 2-3 years ago, so almost just as long. But yeah, I'm just so excited, and it's called Shake It Like a White Girl. It's just so funny to me. The things like I said, there are memories hold on to, and as soon as I heard it, I was like back in my friend's apartment, my friend's mom's apartment, sitting on her couch watching The Box, and yeah, wow, good memories. Yeah, we had a really good fun friendship. So anyway, if you see this, Nicole, that's her name. We're not friends anymore, but I don't even know what her life is now. But if you see this, Nicole, do you remember The Box? Because I do.